Injury+Scott Clifton. Seriously, the man is insanely talented. When you get character-driven writing and Emmy-worthy performances like this, it's like a gift. It's moments like these that remind me why I stick around for this show. So, huge thank you to Scott, and Don Diamont too. And can we please talk about how great it is that Liam is finally getting some screen time? Speaking of, I just have to put this out there. Liam needs his brother back. TPV, if you're reading this, bring back Wyatt. Seriously, this is the perfect moment for it. Wyatt's the only one who remembered Liam's birthday, so there's no way he wouldn't be rushing to visit his sick brother. They need each other. Anyway, just had to say it. Those scenes with Scott today knocked it out of the park, and him and Annika last week, also gold. Now that Liam's injured and on the floor, what even happened there? I really hope they give him a solid storyline to work with. Injured? Wait, what happened? How is he hurt? I've been a Liam fan for a while now. It's been such a treat seeing him actually get to act in a scene that matters. I haven't seen today's episode yet, but from all the buzz, I'm so excited to watch. I was starting to get frustrated because they don't always use his talents right. Honestly, I was starting to hope they'd just bring him back to GH. Also, I'm loving the whole Luna and Bill thing with their moms, but are Hope and Liam going to have a similar moment, bonding over their parents telling them not to talk like this in their own home? Oh, look who's back. Bill, the one and only. Cue applause. Finally, the real Bill is here to shake things up. The show's been seriously lacking in the man department, especially the kind of man who oozes confidence, makes decisions like a boss, and couldn't care less what anyone thinks. No apologies, no explanations, and let's be real, Sheila and Luna? Genius pairing. They're both a hot mess of vulnerability, crazy, and love all rolled into one. Chef's kiss. Now, I'm a die-hard Brooke fan, but let's be honest, the Forresters are stuck in a time warp. They're like that outdated sweater you can't bring yourself to throw out. Too old, too boring, and just sad to watch. They're past their prime, and it's pretty painful to witness. Brooke, she deserves better than that dinosaur ridge. Hell, at this point, Bill's the only guy who could give her a future. He's got the money, the drive, and, most importantly, the ambition to build something new for the Logans. Something that'll leave the Forrester legacy in the dust. Now, as much as I used to think Bill was a total jerk today, much more interesting. I was seriously relieved to not see Bill as a brain-dead zombie and Liam whining like a toddler. Oh no, today they were bringing it. Super hot and full of energy. Great day for these two actors and their storyline. Here's hoping Liam gets a decent storyline of his own, instead of just hovering in the background, constantly getting steamrolled. But let's talk about Bill's antics. Oh boy, textbook toxic masculinity. He used to be just masculine, but now, yikes, treating Liam like total garbage. Not cute. Still, as much as I don't condone what he did, I can't deny it was nice to see him actually alive again. He wasn't a zombie, and there were flashes of the old Bill, the one I loved. That Bill is the only real man on this show. No second guessing, no looking back. Loyal as hell, unlike Ridge, who can't seem to make up his mind. I'd be all for Bill and Brooke getting back together. I've always been Team Bill, and let's face it, he's way more compelling than Ridge. If Bill gets more screen time and Ridge gets less, I'm here for it. Sure, Bill was a total jerk with his delivery, but he did have a point. And poor Liam, bless his heart, he should know by now that getting in Bill's face isn't the way to go. He could have expressed his concerns calmly, but no, instead we got an angry Liam trying to get through to a Bill who was already too far gone. Still, that Mr. Waffles moment, priceless, worth the whole episode, honestly. Wyatt, too. Yeah, I really wish they'd bring him back. Like it or not, Bill doesn't tell jokes or lies, and today was a real gem. But let's be honest here, Liam's always been the self-righteous waffle boy, and no one's had the guts to call him out on it until now. He loves to prance around, acting all virtuous, when in reality, he's the definition of a self-righteous cheater who wouldn't know what fidelity was if it slapped him across the face and wrote him a 5-page essay on the topic. His kids? Yeah, they've got to be emotionally wrecked from his constant back and forth. And of course, now he only wants Steffi because, in his warped mind, he sees her happy with someone else. But here's the kicker. Once Hope finds someone solid, you know Liam will come running back. Maybe it'll be Ivy next. Who knows? Speaking of Bill, is it just me, or does something seem really off about him lately? Is this even really Bill? And what's his actual deal with getting Luna off? Is there some hidden agenda here? When I was watching the show back in the early 2000s, I seriously don't remember Bill being this. Well, this Bill. Today, I found myself asking, has he always been this ridiculous? It's like he's been replaced by some bizarre soap opera version of himself. Honestly, they'll probably blame a brain tumor for all this chaos because, well, that's how soaps roll. But let's not forget the countless times Bill broke Katie's heart by messing with her sister. Not to mention the stellar example he set by treating women like absolute trash. Oh, and the way he meddled in Liam's relationships, not once, but multiple times, with Hope, Steffi, and even Amber, technically. So who is Bill to lecture Liam on hurting the girls when he's played a part in that mess? Steffi and Hope? They've never hesitated to call Liam out. But Bill? He's apparently untouchable. It takes some serious nerve to call out Liam when all he's really upset about is that his father is more concerned about a murderer than his own son. As for Liam, yeah, he must still be salty that his backup plan hasn't worked out. And let's be real here, Liam wouldn't have cheated if Steffi had stayed the hell out of his life. Seriously. He was happy with Hope until Steffi decided to fake her drowning and then sink her claws into him. And don't even get me started on her little scheme with Bill to trap Hope in that gondola, while Steffi tricked Liam into marrying her. Everything that's gone wrong in Hope's life, all Steffi, selfish, shameless, and willing to steal whatever or whoever she wants, especially if it belongs to Hope. And this has happened over and over again. It's about time Hope gets her dues. Is Liam about to meet his end? Rumors have been swirling about Scott Clifton leaving the show, and while it's true that Liam's got kids with both Hope and Steffi, it'd be kind of a stretch to just toss him aside like last season's wardrobe. But let's talk about the Liam we got today, the one with actual spine and some semblance of moral integrity. Too bad he only shows up once every 3 or 4 years like a rare comet. And let's not even talk about Bill Spencer calling him Waffles. I lost it. That was priceless. Now these death rumors? Pure exaggeration. All it takes is one person on Twitter throwing out I think Scott Clifton's leaving bomb, and suddenly everyone's in a panic. As far as I can tell, it's just baseless gossip. Killing off Liam doesn't seem likely. The guy's got kids with both Steffi and Hope, and he's Bill's big brother plus Bill's son. Those are some pretty major connections. If Scott Clifton really decides to bow out, I can see them recasting the role instead of pulling the trigger on Liam's death. If anything, it might be Luna who gets the brunt of it. Somehow, someway, she's probably going to get blamed for this mess. And as for the amnesia storyline, here's a fun twist. Liam thinks he's still married to Steffi, so Steffi has to play along to protect his mental health. Naturally, she falls back in love with him when she realizes that Livity-Bivity's trying to link up with Thrilla and Luna. Because, that's how things always go on this show. The preview of Deacon and Carter duking it out? Sure, it looks thrilling and totally satisfying, but is it really enough to keep me tuning in Monday through Wednesday? Especially with Brooke and her nauseating obsession with Ridge still front and center. The writers seriously can't let that go, and it's making the show borderline unwatchable. Yeah, I'm curious about the fight, but honestly, Brooke's creepy fixation has run its course. Seriously, writers, please move on. Grr. I mean, at this point, Brooke's acting like a love-struck teenager, and it's just pathetic. I literally have to change the channel at lightning speed whenever Brooke and Ridge share a scene. Ha ha ha. Oh, if the goal is to make us all despise Bill, mission accomplished. Bill's always been a bit of a blowhard, but his recent antics, they're something else. It's like watching a mirror reflection of Brooke going off on Hope. Honestly, both of them going off on their kids was a level of shocking I didn't even think was possible. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the drama. But seriously, what's with everyone's blood boiling these days? Okay, fine, I can kind of understand Brooke's meltdown. But Bill's been keeping a murderer on the down low, and for absolutely zero good reasons. Like none. There was this one moment today, this tiny flicker, where I almost thought maybe, just maybe, Bill was pushing Liam away because he genuinely believes his son can't be the father he deserves. But that's just wishful thinking, isn't it? The alternative? Way too depressing to even think about. Honestly, I've been feeling like something's off with Bill for a while now. The guy's been all over the place for years. One minute he's angry and withdrawn, the next he's overly involved with his kids, then he's completely checked out again. It's like his character's been a roller coaster with no clear direction. A little character growth is fine, but this is just lazy writing. Anyway, after that rant, I still can't shake the feeling that something's definitely up. Bill seems like he's actively pushing Liam away for no good reason. And seriously, where's Katie in all this? She's always got an opinion on Bill's life. So why isn't she involved in getting Luna out of this mess? Why isn't Will having a heart-to-heart with his dad like Liam is? And does Brooke even know about Luna? Because if she did, you bet she'd have a few choice words. Honestly, this whole Luna/Bill storyline is just baffling. Character assassination is the only way to describe it. There's no logic to why Bill would let a woman who tried to kill the love of his life walk free. He and Steffi have always had a bond, but free Luna because they supposedly bonded over childhood memories. Please. Bill grew up rich, with a silver spoon in his mouth. Luna's childhood was perfectly fine, before they decided to rewrite everything, of course. Oh, Deacon and Carter really went at it, huh? That end of the preview, chef's kiss. But honestly, I'm all for Deacon taking that fiery energy straight to Ridge. Like, Ridge definitely earned it, especially after he had the audacity to call Hope well, you know. How did I miss that preview, though? But seriously, it's about time someone finally stood up for Hope. Better late than never, right? Liam is absolutely crushing it today. So happy for him. Right? It's great to have him back. Honestly, I've been in and out of the show, but what's up with Wyatt? Oh, you know, typical Wyatt drama. He bailed after a string of failed relationships and some family trauma. Honestly, they really need to bring him back. He'd be perfect for Hope. Wait, seriously? That sucks. I liked